Hello everyone and welcome. It's Shanna. So glad you're here today. Now this is another traveling video in which I don't have any of my equipment. All I have is what is in this little bag here. Now before I turned the video camera on, I did kind of pick out what I thought would meet my parameters for this card for the Craft Roulette number 185. And it was the some of the things that I'm laying down there right now. It's the Simon Says Stamp Be Happy kit. And I just have some scraps left from it, and I had thrown them in the bag. Now to make this video, I had some good underlighting under the on the countertop, cabinet underlining on the countertop. And so I decided to use the countertop at our condo, and I just opened up the cabinet door above and set my phone on the shelf and turned it on. And so that's why I'm at this angle, but you got to get creative when you're not at home and you don't have any of your equipment. So I've just got just a few things, just a tape runner and my Cricut scissors. Now what I'm doing here with this black panel is I'm just folding in two edges because I need to make a pocket. One of the parameters for this Craft Roulette card is a card with a pocket. And so I'm just going to make a small pocket at the bottom of my card, and you can see I've got my little sentiment. I had it upside down as I was looking at it, but I had previously stamped this out, and it was one of the scraps that was laying there on my desk when I threw this little bag together. So it's going to be the sentiment for this card, and I'm going to have some bees on there, so I think it'll make sense to have the believe in yourself. And you'll see as I'm lining this up, I don't like where I've got it, and I almost tear it a little bit as I'm pulling it off. And so then I lay it down and I realign it. And quite honestly, I don't really get much better of an alignment. I should have just left it be. You can see I'm a little bit off right there on the front as far as the spacing, but it'll be fine. So I'm just going to throw a little bit of tape down on each sides and then the bottom of this tiny little pocket and get it laid down on my card base. I didn't think to bring any glue, and quite honestly, I was just trying to save space when I just threw it in the bag, so I just grabbed the glue runner and the scissors. I made sure I put a couple card bases in there so I'd have it. So this is going to be a relatively flat, pretty simple card. What I'm doing now is one of the other parameters is column or columns. So I'm choosing to use just these scraps that I had in the bag to create some columns. And I've got 3 pieces, and each one, they're just going to go down in size consecutively as I lay them. And it was just convenient that I had these scraps in the bag so that I would have column-like pieces of paper. And I'm just making each one a little bit shorter than the other. I'm really happy that I've really used up most of this Be Happy kit, even these tiny little scraps. So I can finally kind of put it to rest. I think I have maybe 1 or 2 more pieces that I guess could show up in another video, but we'll see. I'm got to move on to some other things, but it was convenient to have these. You can see I don't know what's on the back of that, but there's something on the back of it, but it won't matter. But it was convenient to have these column-like strips in that bag. Don't know how I was fortunate enough to do that, to pack just the right stuff. I think one of the other elements for this was clean and simple. And when I think clean and simple card, I always think of, I guess, a white background. And I don't know, to me, black and white just seems very clean. So that's why I chose, the black and white for the columns, and then just putting it straight down on a white card base. And then the other element, the last element, it needs to rhyme with owl. And so what I'm going to do is bring in some elements to put in my pocket. And I'm just going to slide them in there. I don't even think I tape them down or glue them down. But I'm going to bring in some elements to put in my pocket. I'm going to bring this fern in, and then I'm going to bring in 2 or dual sunflowers. And the dual will rhyme with owl, and then I will meet all 4 parameters for this. So this is my card, and I just slid those in. I've got my 3 columns. I got my dual sunflowers. I have my clean and simple, and I've got my pocket. So I hope you like my card. If you do, I'd ask that perhaps you'd give me a thumbs up. Consider subscribing to my channel. Thank you. Have a great day. Take care. Bye-bye.